What's up, you guys? This is going to be my first Q&A, so thank you so much for watching. This is Chinoa of Walu Child Readings. How are you? Much love to you guys. Thank you for joining me. So if you guys are watching this live, obviously you guys can participate, whatever, in this Q&A. Not every question will be answered, obviously, because I won't see all of the questions, and some of them, I'm sure there's always that one dummy that will say something stupid. So, so I'm just being real. I'm going to ignore you. Um, so Q&A is questions, advice. Don't ask me anything about readings as far as when is so-and-so coming back, how is my career and finances. That's not what this is about. So if you guys have a question such as how did you start your spiritual journey, whatever, leave personals out of it. Don't ask me where do I live and all that stuff. I'm just being real. Okay. So what's up, everybody? How are you? Ethan, you're crazy. What's up, everybody? This is not a chance for you to ask me questions that I'm not doing a reading. So if you guys want to purchase a reading, you guys can always hit me up on my website. There's multiple ways to reach out to me for a reading. I'll leave it in the description box. Or you can check my latest videos and, see what I have going on. But that's not the time or the place for that. That's not what I mean by Q&A. So if you guys have a question for me, what is my favorite book and why? Um, I mean, it's not anything like, oh, profound, but I love The Coldest Winter Ever. That's my favorite book by Sister Soldier. I can read that several times. I have, actually. Thank you, Ethan. You too. What I like to do in my free time? Sleep? No, I'm just playing. I mean, yeah, I do like to sleep. I do like to eat. Um, Honestly, free time, I usually put all of my energy into this, really. Trying to get my business and stuff off the ground because I'm still a baby to this. I'm not established, so I want to make sure that I'm climbing and focusing on things that I want to manifest, putting in some work behind the scenes. Um, what are my thoughts on the lunar eclipse? Mad crazy. Mad crazy. Really, 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 like, crazy stuff. I don't know. It just seems so imbalanced, but eclipse energies are always about closure. But for whatever, this one is heavy. I don't know too much about astrology and all of that. I know this lunar eclipse is in the sign of Aquarius. So Aquarius to me is an innovation. So I feel like it's a big shift, a massive shift. It could be in different ways. I can get into, like, placements of your chart and stuff. Say if Aquarius is in your 7th house, you might go through a significant shift with your partnerships. It just depends. My 10th house is Aquarius, so my 10th house is being affected by this lunar eclipse. So I mean, I feel like it's crazy. I feel absolutely imbalanced. Like, not imbalanced in a bad way, but just kind of like the Fool card in the tarot. I'm just like, I'm here. What's up? I don't know. um, okay, so how did I know that I had a spiritual power to do readings? I wouldn't call it a spiritual power. Just kind of like a calling. It really came from me just wanting to have answers to what I was going through. I was going through, like, I guess what you call a spiritual awakening, and I was just seeking answers. And I feel like I couldn't get it through my typical resources, which were the Bible and all that stuff. Like, because I grew up as a Christian, I didn't feel pulled towards that anymore. Like, it just wasn't. I just felt like it wasn't getting me anywhere, and it wasn't answering the questions that I was dealing with within myself at that time. I was going through a lot. When was this? This was like 2011, 2012, where I went through this awakening. First thing I stumbled across was law of attraction. So law of attraction for me was like, oh my God, like I've never heard anything. I'm not a religious person at all. I don't have any religious nothing. It is what it is. I might work with deities and stuff, but I don't worship things. I work with it, love it, in a way, like it's a part of me. I don't worship anything or anybody. Nobody is better or lower than me. I don't know. But what I was going to say was, as far as card reading, when I was starting my spiritual journey, that's where it all stemmed from, was wanting to figure out what was going on in my life. So I bought a deck of cards solely for myself because I felt guided to. Um, I felt guided to do so. And then it just started like, oh, let me do this on my mom. Let me do this on my friends and, my family, my brother. Because my brother was the first person in my family that I knew was into cards and stuff. But I started off with a little oracle deck, and I was doing readings, and people, that's how I figured out that I could read. I feel like anybody can read. We might not be able to all read cards. Some people know how to read gemstones, shells, people, auras. But yeah, that's how I figured it out. Let's see. How long ago did I get into tarot? Not long. 2000 something, 2013, 14. Not long at all. But like I said, it was a self journey. It was just me wanting to learn what was going on in my life, and I felt pulled towards cards. Like, I never went to a reader before I did my own readings. Um, I just felt guided to do it. I would watch people on YouTube. I take that back. I would watch readers on YouTube, and to me, back then, that was rare. There wasn't that many people on YouTube doing readings. Um, but yeah. There wasn't that many people back then doing readings, but I would watch like angel card readings and stuff. I wasn't into tarot yet, but I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna get my own deck because that deck looks really cool. Angels, I'm still kind of getting out of the whole Christianity thing, so that was comfortable for me. I'm gonna be honest. So that was the first thing I went to. My first deck was Dorian Virtue's Angel Power Tarot, and that still is my deck. I love that deck. Okay. What else? What is the biggest lesson that I've learned so far in life? Not to point blame and fingers at anybody. Like, I really learned that I am in control of my own bubble, my own reality. That's the biggest lesson I've ever learned, and that's the most profound thing you could ever learn is you create this. Like, all of this is interchangeable. It's not fixed. It's not, oh, I'm under the mercy of something else or somebody else and you did this, that, and that to me. I'm not that type of person. I take accountability for my actions. For the most part. Sometimes I am stubborn. I'm a Taurus. I'm stubborn. Things do have to be a certain way for me, but I've learned to be more open and to be less attached to this. That's one of the biggest lessons I've learned. As far as love, I would say the biggest lesson I've learned in love is unconditional love is not what I was taught love was. That's the biggest thing I've learned too. Lesson in life I've learned, and I've learned that through some people that have hurt me or just some very tough lessons. But yeah. All right. It was kind of, I would say in the beginning, it was like a curiosity and it was kind of an excitement because I was learning something new. I'm the type of person that likes to discover new things, like, especially when it comes to spirituality, when it comes to what you can do spiritually, what you can do, what certain things in the universe that it just made me go, okay. It was weird, but it was exciting because I was starting to see things. I was starting to see life differently, and I felt more connected to myself at that point. I felt more connected with what I call source, God, and recognizing that God is not just this big thing, or it's not even this big thing in the sky, this man in the sky. God is in everything. God is in everybody. Like, I looked at God can come in so many different forms, and I don't feel like it's just a one-stop journey. It keeps going and going and going. Um, What's the craziest thing that's ever happened to me? What is the craziest thing that ever happened to me? I mean, they're all spiritual things, actually. I can't say. I mean, when I was little, I'll say when I was little, I used to be able to see spirits. A lot of people have that gift. We somehow just suppress it. When I was little, I saw like this big glowing figure in my room. I thought it was a tooth fairy because I was little, and I think I lost my tooth back then. But I came home, when I went in my room, like I just glanced through the door, and there was this big glowing figure in my room. That's probably the craziest thing that I ever saw and ever happened to me. But back then, I wasn't scared of that type of stuff. I thought it was cool. Um, I just thought it was whatever. Like I said, I thought it was a tooth fairy. Um, were you scared when you found out you had gifts? No, I thought it was tight. I still feel like, oh, it's cool, but I don't get hyped over things anymore because I know that everybody has gifts and we're not special than the next person. Like, I'm no special than you, or nobody else is more special than me because they have a gift. Like, I used to think people that could speak in tongues were dope. Like light language. Like, my aunt can speak in light language, and I thought that was dope. Like, oh, I wish I could do that. But it's like, it's cool, but we all have different gifts. Like, it's not, I don't know. I wish I could do more with my gifts though, but I'm pretty powerful. I'm not gonna lie. But gifts to me is not so much. I mean, it is. I'm not gonna take away from what I can do right now. As far as readings and tapping into energies and stuff and channeling and channeling on the other side and all of that and dreams and premonitions and all that stuff that I can do. But my biggest gift is I'm a powerful manifester and I need to own up to that. But we're naturally creators anyway. But when you start learning that, oh, I'm a creator, I can manifest stuff, okay? It's like a free for all. That's how I felt. Like, oh, okay, well, let me try this and let me try that. The more I'm detached from certain things and it's just a game to me, the better my manifestations are. But that's one of the coolest things, I feel. Am I a Buddhist? No, I'm not a Buddhist. I'm not a religious person. During that time, did you experience anxiety, depression while in the process of your awakening? Yeah, I did. I did. And I feel like that was a part of it because I was like, something's wrong with my life. I'm in the wrong relationship. I'm not doing what I'm happy with doing. I just felt so depressed. I didn't go to work. I'm not even, I'm gonna just be real. I lost my job because I didn't want to go anymore. And it sounds lazy, but I was going through something. I'm just like, I can't do it anymore. I can't function in this environment. I worked for Apple. I was working with people, like, helping them with their cell phones and stuff, which was annoying. It wasn't as bad as some other jobs I was in, but it just wasn't my environment and I couldn't do it. And I was going through something. I didn't know what was wrong with me. I was like, why do I feel so out of place right now? Why do I feel just lost? That's how I felt. So I was seeking something. And you have to embrace the dark side because you'll never get to the light. You'll never get to that clarity if you don't get into that space where it's like the unknown, what's going on. You never can find the light if you don't keep moving through that darkness. I mean, I can just say, fuck it, sleep in my bed and just let life pass me by, even though I do like to sleep. I'm a Taurus. But if I just lived like that and just never tried to change or never tried to find a solution, I wouldn't even be here. Because I could have been, I mean, I was suicidal actually back then. I was suicidal. I didn't want to deal with anything because it was weird back then for me. So depression is normal. Most people call it the dark night of the soul. And I feel like we go through those periodically sometimes. We don't stop at just one spiritual awakening. If you're evolving as a spiritual being here, you're learning you're learning to master yourself. This game called life, figure out yourself first. It's not about other people. It's not about another person. It's not about your mom. It's not about your dad. It's not about so and so and this person, your kids, your husband, your wife, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, this person you're in love with. It's about you. And when you learn that part, because I'm not at the part where I can say I'm fully mastered at this, but I'm learning. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Ethan. How can you start your own channel? Start your own channel. Just start your own channel. Yeah. Do I believe in spells? Of course I do, but spells are like playing toys. I mean, okay, I used to like spells and stuff. They're powerful only because of the person's intent behind them and the belief behind them. That's how I see it. So if I light a candle, I'm a creative person. So I make my own spell candles usually. I'll buy some, like I'll buy like a candle for money or for love or for something, grounding. But I make my own candles. Like I just write my own. This is a Taurus attempt to. It was a Taurus moon, and I wanted to work on my own energy because I'm a Taurus sun, moon, and rising. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna make my own candle. But spells really, the intent behind them, your belief behind them, what you do. Like, yeah, there's structures to some spells. Like, oh, if it's a love spell, use pink, use red candles, use roses, blah, blah, blah. I mean, that's typical, but it doesn't have to be that way. It's all in your creation. It's all in your intent. It's all in your belief. You're using your own power to back these things up. Otherwise, these are just candles. Like, they're just candles. But I can speak life into it and be like, okay, this candle is for this and it's for that and whatever. Here's my petition. Here's my offering, or not my offering. Here's my prayer, or here's my petition, or here's my command, pretty much. Um, is my third eye open? Of course. Do I have a specific religion? Nope, no religious. I'm not a religious person. Do I think gifts are passed down? I do. Um, I feel like the ability to read and to channel and all that stuff is not really that big of a great deal. Because I feel like there's gifts that we have that we don't even know that we can tap into. Like, it might be something out there, like, outside of being a psychic or telekinesis. And by the way, I wish I could do telekinesis. I probably could if I opened myself up to him to do that. I probably could. But even outside of all those things, I believe there's something that we can do that's way more powerful than what we can do on earth with these little gifts. I feel like they're really little gifts, but nonetheless they are important. Um, do I mentor people? I hope so. I mean, when I do my readings, I would hope that I'm helping people. I mean, that's what my intentions are. I'm not just reading. I never got into reading just because I could read. Otherwise, I would have just been reading for myself and my family and friends rather than sharing my gift. My whole purpose on starting my channel was because spirit guided me to, like, spirit meaning my higher self. Like, okay, you gotta get out here and do your own thing. Most of my predictions do come true. I'm not a predictionist. I hate doing predictions. My predictions that I feel like are most powerful are the ones that I just naturally get. I'm not trying to force myself to get a prediction. Um, but yeah, what was I gonna say? Yeah, I feel like spirit guided me to start this channel. Otherwise, just being the fact that I can read, because I just feel like, I'm not trying to throw shade or anything, but I feel like some readers on YouTube just have a deck and they know that they can read, so they go on here just to read, and on top of that, they know they can make money. My thing was, I came because I felt guided to do it. And I was going through what people call a twin flame experience and a spiritual awakening all at once. And I was guided to do twin flame readings because I feel like nobody was doing it in a way that kind of looked at both sides of the spectrum. It was always kind of just like, is this my twin flame? I only knew of 2 people that were doing twin flame readings at the time that I had started my channel. One lady, her twin flame readings were just sporadic for her friend. She wouldn't do it often, like weeklies and dailies. Then there was one other person that would do it for clients, like her clients, and she would upload their videos of, what she picked up for them. But for me, I'm gonna just be real. I was the first person to turn it into a weekly, monthly thing. I'm gonna be real. That's real shit. Anybody that followed me in the beginning can vouch for me. That's real. First one to do female and divine feminine energies. I started that shit, for real. So I know I'm a powerful motherfucker. I'm not even trying to brag or blame or try to anything. I'm just claiming my shit. I'm just being real. But I was just here to help people, and I wasn't expecting people to be like, "Oh, do you have a business? Do you have like?" I wasn't expecting to start a business. I was not expecting that. So I came from the whole twin flame thing. Hopefully, I helped people back then with their situation. But it gradually just started to me just feeling guided to do readings. Whenever I felt guided to do something, I would do it. So that's how it all started out. So I hope I'm mentoring people. I would like to reach out to people a little more bigger, in a bigger way. But that's only to guide people in their own directions. I'm not trying to be a person that tells everybody, like, this is what's going to happen to your life to where you're not effective. Like, to where it's not effective and I'm riding the bike for you and I'm not allowing you to get on the bike and figure it out on your own. I don't want to be that type of, I don't even call myself a teacher or none of that. A teacher, reader, whatever, YouTuber, whatever. I don't want to be that type of person that baby step, like, walks people into it, like, let me hold your hand and guide you through this. No, I just want to be the one to be like, okay, you can either go this way, you can go that way, you can go that way, but it's up to you. This is your dome, this is your energy. You do what you want with it. I don't have power over anybody else's life. Only you do. So I just want to be able to help. Do I believe in healers? Of course I do. If you're receptive and open to healing, yes. I've manifested some bad things too. I mean, it happens. Did I receive negative energy or rejection? No. Actually, you know what? I'm surprised because I grew up in church. My grandma is heavy in church, and she doesn't like what I do. She used to say little comments like, "Oh, I don't want to see that in my house," and blah blah blah. Like, she would say stuff like that, but she never shunned me. Like, my family never shut me out. Majority of my family likes when I do readings. Like, they ask me for readings, so I don't have that problem. Thank God, that I don't have that problem with my family just shutting me out because of what I believe in and what I do. I have a belief in something. I had to believe in myself first, but I have a belief that I'm not just out here by myself, even if that means I'm somewhere else in another dimension guiding myself, and I got ancestors backing me up and spirit guides backing me up. I know I'm not out here by myself. I hope that makes sense. Um, what advice would you give for better manifestations? Be detached. That's what works for me. My best manifestations is when I'm not attached to shit. Like, I manifested concert tickets. I manifested money. I manifested boyfriends coming back when I'm not attached. Because it's like a part of me is just like, okay, I did it. And sometimes it's not even because I want it to happen. I think about it like, oh, it would be nice if I could have this. Like, it would be nice if I could have this. And I think about it and I forget all about it. And then later on, it'll pop up. Love, like, if this is how I do love. If this person is of my highest good for me to get to know or for them to come back into my life, you know, it is what it is. And it happens. If it's of my highest good, it will manifest. But I've been able to manifest exes coming back into my life. I've been able to manifest concert tickets, decks of cards that I wanted for Christmas and forgot that I wanted. My friend was like, I got you a cute card deck. And I was like, oh, okay. She was like, it's like an Asian, because it's Chinese writing on it. It's Rider Waite-ish and it's a holographic tarot, but it has Asian writing, Chinese writing on it or whatever. And she was like, I have you a cute deck. I hope you don't have it. And I was like, I have manga tarots. I have like 3 different manga decks. Hopefully it's not that. And she was like, no, it's this. And I was like, oh, shit. I wanted these for Christmas. And I didn't buy them for myself. I told myself I would buy these. Manifestation 101. I detached. I forgot all about that. And I manifested it. That's the best advice I can give anybody is you have to be detached. You have to. Like I say, Have you ever wanted somebody, like back in the day, like this guy that you always wanted in high school? And you always wanted him. You didn't think you could have him because you weren't cute enough. You weren't the cheerleader, blah, blah, blah. You weren't cool enough. You were too skinny or you were too chunky. And then later on in life, when you forgot all about homeboy, you see him again and he's on you. That's happened before. I'm sure somebody's gone through something like that, or where you lost your keys, your car keys, your glasses, or your watch, or your drawers, or whatever. Where is that? Oh my God, I can't find my ring. Where is my ring? And then when you, like, freak it. You know what? Forget it. I'm going to just go to work without that ring. Come home, the ring is sitting on the table. You're like, what? Yeah, that's how it happens. um, how do I know if I can astral project? That's a good question. I've had outer body experiences before that are really weird. So this is just my experience. I don't know what they say online. I read up on astral travel before. It feels like sleep paralysis. Like it feels like you want to wake up. You got to get past that stage because a lot of people are scared. A lot of people are scared to get past that stage, but it feels like something is over you and it's like you know, standing on you, over you, or you want to get up. It's like this feeling like, shit, I want to wake up, but I just can't get myself up. Like, I want to. I can feel myself wanting to get up, but I can't get up. I feel like that's a part of the process of your body trying, your spirit trying to come out of your body. Once you get past that, I've been past that stage, and I've been able to see in my room. One time I was sleeping in the living room, I could see the corner of the room almost. It was very weird. Like, how can I see the corner of the room so, like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I'm way over here on this side of the house, but I can see the wall as if I'm up on the wall. It's freaking weird. But that was my experience. I wish I could have been doing something else, like flying somewhere. But yeah, that was my first experience. Money candle, eh? Telepathy is, I guess it's a part of your spiritual gifts. Yeah, telepathy could be that. Anybody can do telepathy. You just have to be open to it. It's easy. With that experience with my third eye open, I started recognizing a lot of stuff that was going on that I didn't see. Okay, this probably sounds weird, but I used to have a big connection to the elemental realm, like the fairy realm. I used to have a big connection because I used to have this backyard that I would sit in when I first went through my spiritual journey, and I would sit out there and just, because I was starting to just feel everything, connect with everything, and I would see like these little things just like flying. I started seeing weird shit. I was seeing spirits, I was seeing orbs, I was seeing auras. So I guess that's how I knew the ability to be able to tap in here and connect. But I don't feel like I had to do anything. I feel like everything is natural. Like, of course you can help, help with your third eye, your crown chakra, your pineal gland. There's always something you can do to amplify those things, open them up, unblock them, heal them, bring balance to them. But it's natural, at least for me. Yes, I did predict R. Kelly was going to drop some bullshit, and he sure did. How to feel spiritual guidance. I really feel like you guys, like, the spiritual journey, like, it's not as complex as we make it out to be. It's really not as complex as we make it out to be. Like, say for instance, you're getting spiritual guidance. It doesn't, I think we have an idea that spiritual guidance is we hear a voice in our head, or feathers drop, or, anything is spiritual guidance. Like, I can meet an old lady at the grocery store, and I'm having a shitty day because somebody said something to me that was hurtful. And then she could be like, have a good day. Know that you matter. Don't listen to the haters. She could say something just so random, and it was just like, oh, that's a spiritual guidance and message. It doesn't have to be so like, oh my God, like, I just saw this. It doesn't have to be all that, especially with spiritual purposes. I get questions all the time. What's my life purpose? Your life purpose can be so simple, is the fact that you love to cook. You love to cook, and you could be someone that can travel the world and feed people, or you could be the type of person that could make people feel good just through your cooking, because that's your shit, that's your energy. You put love into that. That's your passion. Doesn't have to be I'm a Martin Luther King speaking to the world. That's not always what life purposes mean. It doesn't have to always be that. It's what you love and what you're passionate about. Your shit. I could be a toilet maker. Like, I love to make toilets. I make some bomb toilets. They're pink ones, sparkles and gems. That could be my life purpose, because somebody out there might want a fly ass toilet. I don't know. But I don't know. It's not that deep. But so Christians don't have gifts. Who said Christians don't have gifts? Everybody has gifts. It's not about what religion you associate yourself with. It's you. It has nothing to do with your religion. Um Yes, that is true. Tweety, my intuition, yeah, I do. I feel like my intuition can be extra potent around full moons. Um, Actually, okay, this might sound like too much information, but when I'm on my menstrual cycle and there's a full moon or a new moon, I feel like I'm way tapped in, and I don't even have to be pulling cards or nothing. I don't have to ask no questions or seek anything. Like, just weird dreams start happening, coming in. I feel like maybe all women, because we're known to be the oracles, right? But I feel more connected to moons when my cycle is on a moon. I think that's so dope. I'm kind of hoping that my cycle starts on a moon. I know that sounds crazy and that's too much information, but that's when I feel the most powerful, spiritually tapped in, picking up information. My full daily reads probably just depends. Thank you, girl. Bye. That's funny. I like, this is a corny saying, but boy, bye is funny. It's an inside joke. Do tarot, yes. Okay, how do you know that they're there? Because I do meditate and call upon them. I do see signs, but nothing happens. I don't know what you mean by that. How do you know if a psychic reading is accurate? It depends on what manifests. Like I said, like celebrity readings for me, those are fun to do. I can do those all day, but have everything I've said and almost every reading manifested? No. That's impossible. And I feel like, to me, that's when I try to predict things, like I try to force myself to predict things, I feel like that's not natural. Like, I'm not getting it naturally unless I can see it in the cards. I'm like, oh, okay, this is what I'm picking up. But if I feel like I have to be forced to pull something, it doesn't seem organic to me. But most of the time when I just pull and I'm just like, okay, let me see what I see. Okay, this is what I see. I'm going to call it out. But have every reading happen, like the Sierra one I did was an epic fail, because I was like, I don't see music right now. And like a week later, she posted a music video. So I was way off on that. Way off. But yeah. Let's see. I'm not a predictionist though. That's not my thing. I hate, even when I seek readings from like friends or I've gotten readings, I hate when people predict things for me. I don't like that. Like, I'm not being like rude or anything, but when they say things like, "Oh, I can see this happening and this coming." I like my energy read at the moment and what's my advice. I don't really like to be told like what to expect in the future, because I feel like we create our future as we go along. So it's a possibility, because that might be what I'm creating on some level, but it's not always guaranteed, because I might decide that that's not what I want. Ethan. Okay. How do you know if your spirit guide is around? There's a number of ways. As far as, I'm gonna just go off my experience, because I can't speak off of everybody. I mean, the typical thing everybody used to say is you'll see angel feathers, or not angel feathers, bird feathers. I guess angel feathers, whatever. Bird feathers, coins. You'll see like little dots and orbs. You'll hear or feel a presence. That happens all the time. Even when I'm channeling for like spirits, like when you guys ask, can you guys read on so and so that passed away? And I'll feel like a brush, like a energy. It's like warm. I can tell the temperature is different, because it'll be like a like a cold wind that just flies past me or just like brushes. I don't know, that's the energy right there. It's weird. That's one experience I could say. I've seen the little dots and the orbs. Um, I just can feel it. I just know it. With spirituality, you might feel like you're crazy, and sometimes you gotta feel like you're crazy, because what's normal? I mean, what's normal? What's right? What's wrong? Only what you make it, or only what somebody else told you is right or wrong. You could feel crazy and be like, I feel like my grandpa is sleeping with me in the bed, and somebody be like, oh, you're stupid, you're crazy. And you might even think you're crazy, but who's to say that that's not true? Why would you feel that if it wasn't true? You know what I mean? How can you manifest a new job? There's numbers of ways you can manifest a new job. You can write a petition, you can pray, you can visualize, you can state affirmations, you can simply say, I want a job, and leave it at that. I want this type of job. Well, I'll do you one better. It's a full moon, so you can write out a petition or things you want to manifest, a list of things you want to manifest, keep it somewhere safe, or you can burn it and just let it go and detach. The only block that we have on manifesting things is we don't believe we can have them. We feel like we don't deserve them, or we're not open to that there may be a better job that you can manifest, or who's to say that you're supposed to be working again. It could be anything. Maybe you're not supposed to go back to work. Maybe you're supposed to do something else. You just never know, right? But be open. Like, okay, well, spirit, I want this guy because I like him and I want to see him again, blah, blah, blah. But if he's not the right guy, he's not really what I'm looking for, I'm asking for, I'm open to somebody else that's better, for me, that's better suited for me. And leave it alone. And I guarantee you it'll manifest. Manifestations are not always instantaneous. You got to give it time, especially when you forget about them, the quicker it happens, because you're not dwelling on it. You're not dwelling on the fact that your energy's over here and that what you want is over here. You just forget about it and you naturally just gravitate towards that. That's how it works. Do I paint? I have painted. These are just paint parties that I've been to. They have a little twist on them though. Because I can't do it exactly how the girls do it. I have another one that we did for my mom's birthday, but it's up there. Yeah. I mean, I paint for fun. I'm not like artiste, out here making paints. I wish I could, though. That'd be cool. Would I ever want to do a meetup with my subbies? I'm scared. I'm an introvert. I don't know if I would be comfortable meeting. No offense, but it's just I've had some crazy experiences on YouTube. I don't know if I'd be comfortable. I've met two subscribers before. I'm cool with them. One, I happened to have met her out here. She's a singer out here, and she was like, "Oh, you're out here in Phoenix," and we met up, and we're cool now. We hang out regularly. Then there was another sub. She was out here with her niece showing her school, and I met up and did a reading with her. But other than that, I don't know. I don't know. I don't trust people. I have some people out there that I don't know. I wouldn't feel comfortable. We'll see. Who knows? I believe it. You probably did astral travel somewhere. I believe that. What do I like to eat for breakfast and lunch? I'll be honest, I don't eat a lot. I mean, I love to eat, but I don't eat how I should. I don't eat meals. I know that's bad. Like, I'll wake up in the morning and probably, like, munch on something because it's there. It's not good. Um, I've been trying to be better with my diet. Like, I did a whole fasting and cleanse, and I'll stay on it for a week, and then something throws me off. It'll be a holiday. Like, ooh, freaking Thanksgiving. Oh, shit. Or I went to my dad's and it was like everybody else was eating all this junk food, and I was like, it's kind of hard to fit my whole meals around this and be like, well, since y'all eating here, can you guys take me there? And all this. It's too much. So I always kind of fall off the thing, but I'll get back on it. Maybe. Um, no, you can't force your friend to believe in something she doesn't believe in. I mean, we all have a free will choice. Like, I don't believe that everything that I'm taught in Christianity was real, but someone might try to convince me like, no, Moses really did, the Bible is real. And you know what I mean? I mean, the Bible is real to an extent. It's not a historical book like we are taught that it is. And that's just my belief. So somebody else be like, oh, this bitch is going to hell. Okay, that's what you believe. I can't force someone to believe that tarot cards never lie. I can't convince you that you can create your own reality. Some people want to say, oh, I didn't create that. I didn't do that. I can't change people's mind. That's the thing. Like, you'll drive yourself crazy trying to convince people of shit. If it's meant for them, they'll get it, they'll hear it. If that's their, that's their path, that's what they resonate with. That's why there's so many readers on YouTube, because there's a message for everybody. There's not one specific reader for the whole grand scale. I mean, you'd probably be a dope dude or female if you could reach out to everybody with one card and everybody be like, oh, that's for me. That resonates with me. Oh, that's for me. It's not realistic. I don't know. Anywho, do I believe in reincarnation and past lives? I do. Have you ever felt connected to certain things that you can't explain, like certain cultures, or something just feels familiar, or you see people, like I've always seen people and be like, he or she looks familiar, like something about them just, I've seen them before, like something about them looks familiar, or this culture, you just naturally just fit into it, you don't know why. This area, you might have gone to a place when you travel and you're like, oh my god, like this just feels like home, like I've been here before. I believe in past lives and reincarnations, for sure. I do. Um, yes, you can believe. I mean, God is, like, that goes back to the whole thing. I'm not trying to be rude. So if I sound like I'm being like, oh my God, this girl is mean. Um, but God, to me, my perception of God is much bigger. I don't think he's this big man with a white beard in the sky telling me I'm going to hell. I don't believe in that. So whatever you believe God to be, but of course you can have a belief in a higher power and still have gifts. I think people demonize everybody else's gift. I used to be scared of people that was telekinesis, but in reality I was kind of jealous because I wish I could do that. I wish I could make this candle float and jump and do all that. I wish I could do that. Or open a soda can with my eyeballs. I wish I could do that. But I used to demonize those things because in movies they make that stuff look evil, but in reality it's like it's a mental gift, it's a power, it's something that we all have, something different that we all have. So a lot of times people demonize psychics and intuitives and tarot cards and all this stuff. Like, I used to be scared of so many stupid things. I used to be scared of the pentagram, like just dumb stuff that when you don't know, when you're ignorant to certain things, it's easy for you to judge it. Like, I had to be in Christianity to see certain things a certain way. I had to be open to law of attraction to see something a different way. But there's always some sort of relation to everything in this world. Even if it's polar opposites, there's always something in the middle that resonates. Have you guys ever seen that circle? You know how in school they make you draw the circle and then it has a little middle part? I can't do it. Kind of imagine like an infinity symbol almost, but like two circles coming together and there's like this middle point there, like this little column there. It's like that's how life is to me. Like, it can't just always be this side or that side. Sometimes it's gotta dance. You know what I mean? I sound crazy, but nobody was shading you, Ethan. Hi, Dara. I'm sorry. I'm just like, I'm not ignoring anybody. There's no $5 readings, Amina. I don't know what you're talking about. I do $5 readings on happy hours. That's it. Um, the temperature changes. Yeah. Do I have what is it? I don't know what you said, Tweety. You said, do I have lull periods when it comes to your gifts? I don't know what you're trying to say. Oh, wow. Oh, the Scorpio. How do y'all deal with Scorpios? Your question. You're welcome. I say you question. I'm reading at the same time. Hold on. 12th house energy. Is God in charge of all spirits and Orishas, things like that, or do they do their own thing? From what I've learned, pretty much like all these things, it's never good. This is just what I've learned. But I can't say that they haven't worked for me, but that could be because my belief and faith in those things that gave it that power to help me. If I didn't believe in it, probably wouldn't have worked. If I worked with an Alicia, or if I believed in Jesus, it wouldn't be nothing if I didn't give it the power to be something. But this is what I've heard from different sources, that when we start gravitating to like Buddhas or Isis, Osiris, Jango, Ogun, Yemaya, or something, when we all gravitate towards one being, it kind of like it loses its power. It's like it's remnants being kind of, just imagine like pieces being taken off of you because everybody's working with this one thing. They're just energies, they're concepts. They're not spirits per se, only what you amplify and put energy into. Like, I believe that if I'm working with Isis, that's because there's a part of me that represents Isis. If I'm working with Ganesh, that's a part of me that resonates with Ganesh, that prosperity, that abundance aspect within me, that creator energy. If I'm working with Yemaya, that energy, that power within her is in me. If I'm working with Jungo, that's an energy within me. So that's how I see it. I don't see it as like, oh, they're above me. I mean, I like to call them mama, and I do that. And offerings and stuff, that can go a little too far too. Because I used to be like that, like, oh, my altar looks like shit, or I haven't put no water, I haven't put no honey, I'm fucking up. It's a process, but I feel like it's not necessary. To me, I started seeing it as like, oh, I'm going back to the whole Christianity thing again. Like, it's me worshiping something outside of myself. That's what it started to become to me. So I take it as like these energies are here to support me and help me, and they represent something within myself, but they're not something that's bigger and better than me. That's how I see it. You have a Virgo South Node. I don't know what my South Node is. I know what my North Node is. I don't know what my South Node is. I don't know how to figure that out. How can you know if a spirit guide is an angel or an ancestor? That's a good question. Yeah. Let me just go off of my experience. So how did I know that I was being led by an ancestor, spiritual guide? Spirit guides, by the way, I believe can be ancestors too. I believe that. And by the way, not all ancestors and not all spirit guides are of your highest good. Some of them could be like ain't shit people. They might believe in things you don't believe in. They could have been a murderer that doesn't like kids, hates women, they're violent. Do you want to work with him to bring love? I don't think so. Just because he's your granddaddy, I wouldn't work with him. Or they could be someone who's... Because I have different ancestries. I could have had a slave master. I mean, matter of fact, I do have my... Based off where my family tree starts, my grandfather from the top of the family tree was a slave master. So, do I want to work with him? No, I don't think so. I don't want to work with him. But not all ancestors and spirit guides are of your highest good. Some spirit guides are goofy. They might just be here as spirits wanting to do some shit. You don't want to mess with just anybody. So always set the intention that I'm working with guides and ancestors that can help me with A, B, and C, that are good intentions, that really want the best for me, make sure that I'm truly on my path, not on their agenda, but what's best for me. But I figured out that I was working with ancestors. I would always see lilies, and I didn't understand why I was so I would gravitate towards lilies all the time. I would see pictures of lilies, I would see them in the store. Come to find out, my grandfather on my mother's side, his mother's name is Lily. So that was a sign that she works with me. So, or she was wanting to work with me, or she was around me. That's my sign. I don't know. if that helps. You'll know. Don't overthink things. Use your intuition. You guys will know. I have 2 minutes on, or 10 minutes more on here. Do my gifts go in downtime? Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. There's this whole week and last week, I really did not want to do happy hour readings in a way. Like, I don't ever want to disappoint people. So if you paid your money, I'm going to do my best to get it out to you. Personal readings are a little bit different. I give that time frame out because if anything does happen during that week, I'm not back behind schedule with my readings unless something happens where I get sick or I go out of town or something. That's the only instance. Or if I'm overbooked, I'm like, okay, y'all gonna have to wait a little bit. But I don't like doing personal readings like full, like people paying $60, $30 and all that for personal readings, and I'm not in my right mind. Like, I'm imbalanced, I'm tired, I'm irritable, I'm sad, I'm like confused about what's going on in my own life. I don't feel right giving people readings. Like, and I don't think people understand that. Like, people want their readings pronto. And I get it when you have a question and you want to know what's going on, or you might be excited just to get a tarot reading or whatever. You get excited and you get anxious. But I would hope that people understand and get it that a reader who's not in their right mind cannot give you a good reading because they're not balanced. So it's like, okay, I got to make sure that this is not me filtering my own bullshit and drama into this person's reading. You know what I mean? Um, I've done tarot classes. I've done one course. I forgot. Honestly, I forgot to do. I wanted to do another one. Getting into another aspect of tarot. I will still do that. I haven't given up on that. I'm gonna still continue to do that. I want to start a forum on Facebook for people, to help each other. Like, what does this mean to you? Like, the Fool card. What does the Fool card mean when you're doing a reading for a job interview or something, and just everybody help each other out. I want to start a forum like that. So that's something I will be doing soon. What are you talking about, Amina? You lost till the 27th. You're talking about the $15 reading. That's for the love energy readings. I think that's what you're referring to. Soulmate readings. Okay. Yeah, I'm not offerings and stuff. Yeah, it's not that necessary. South Node, you found it on Google. Okay, if you ordered the $5 reading, if you didn't email me, I make it very specific. Like, if you guys order a reading from me, because I get tons of notifications from PayPal and I can't go in there, and some people's names are not the same on emails and all that other stuff. You guys have to email me and show me proof that you paid this and this is what this is for, so I know. That's why I ask, can you please email me? Because it's hard to keep up with all these people. Email me. That's all I ask. Just email me your proof of payment, your question, your name, if the reading, like what the reading is for. Obviously, the PayPal link will show that. The proof of payment will show that. Or if it's like something you just donate into my PayPal, then what's the reading for? Otherwise, I don't know. And I think I stated that too. If you guys don't hear back from me by, I don't know if it was the 28th or the 30th. If you guys don't hear back from me, then email me. You guys have to email me. Um, are there fake readers? Of course. I believe there's readers out there that can read. Anybody can read a tarot card. My little girl is 8 years old and she can read a tarot card. She doesn't know the structure of the tarot, but she can read it based off of her intuition. So I believe anybody. My mom could read tarot and she doesn't know nothing about nothing. And she can read tarot. She has for me before, by the way. So has my daughter. Um, So there's people out there that can look at a card and make up some shit because it sounds good. I believe that. I've listened to readings before and I knew they were just making up some shit. Some of them, we all get paid by YouTube at some point, I'm sure. I get paid by YouTube. I'm not sponsored by YouTube, but I get paid through advertisements. But there's people that get paid through YouTube, and I believe those are the ones that just be making up some shit. I can, I can tell. I'm not throwing shade or nothing, but I can tell when somebody's making up some shit. Um, if you keep getting okay, the thing about I'm gonna just call him Jose because I don't know how to pronounce his rap name. Like I suck at it, so I'm not even gonna do it. I believe he is a spirit guide right now. I don't know. I mean, I'm not gonna say I can go into it. I can go into it for a long time, but I only have 5 minutes. But I believe he's a spirit guide. So if he's coming to you, it could be for a reason. Um, Me and my friend, when he first passed, we did a reading on him, and the things we picked up, it kind of opened up the gateway to communicate with him. And once that happens, and on top of that, we sent him off. You know, when people pass away, I don't like the whole mourning thing. Like, say with Junior or the girl that just passed away in Oakland. Rather than mourning and crying over and being angry, send them off. You can light a candle for them. You could set up an altar for them. Send them off like as a celebration. And I feel like that's a sense of gratitude when you can do that. Like, don't dwell on the fact that this person is, you know what I mean? Like, oh, she got stabbed or he got stabbed or he got shot. Yeah, it's sad, but they're in a better place more than likely than we are. And you can help them transition to that realm, that other realm, rather than being stuck. You know what I mean? So I lit a candle for him. I sent out love and intention. And I feel like when you open yourself up to guys, they're going to be around you. They're no they're no more better or special than you are. You know, when you pass on, more than likely you're going to be guiding somebody else too. You know, if that's your intent. I mean, that would be my intent. I would like to be able to guide people when I'm gone. Like, be there. I don't know if I would want to be a deity. Maybe on somebody's altar. I don't know. But I'd probably be, like, hella annoyed. Because I'm introverted. So me being a deity probably wouldn't work. But, but yeah. I wouldn't mind being a spiritual guide. But I believe he's a spirit guide. I don't know if what he's saying to you in the dreams, but pay attention to that. You're not crazy. You're not the only one. Thank you, Tweety. No, you're okay, Amina. I'm not trying to be mean. If I sound mean, I apologize. I'm a Taurus through and through, and then my Mercury is Gemini. So you guys gotta understand. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to be mean. Thank you, Jenta. Like, I'm not even gonna say that, and I'm gonna be mean. Right. Yeah. Anybody that has any placement with Aquarius in your chart, see what planet it's in, or see what house Aquarius is in, and then that will tell you how this full moon can help you. Thank you, Daria. It just made me think of that. You're a Gemini. Are you straightforward, Shelly? Yeah. I mean, I love altars. It's fun. Have you guys ever seen that movie Coco? I love that movie. My friend put me onto that movie. I was like, oh, this is so cute. I love that movie. I don't know if it's true as far as like the ancestral realm. That's something I would want to research. But if it's true that like they're just forgotten if you don't celebrate them, I wonder if that's true. I have to talk to someone who actually, because I celebrate Santa Muerte. I'm not pronouncing it right. The Day of the Dead. I celebrate that for my ancestors, but I'm sure there's a way that people do it that's more traditional. And I would like to talk to them. Like, is that true? If you don't put the altars up for ancestors, do they just go forgotten? I don't know, but I love that movie. It's cute. That's one, like, I haven't cried in a long time in a movie, and that movie, I'm not even gonna lie, like, certain parts of that movie did get me. I thought it was really cute. It's so cute. I love it. I don't know. Your moon is in Aquarius. Well, look up, just Google it. If my moon is in Aquarius, what does that mean? Just look it up. Past life regressions. Those can be intense. Those can be very intense. I would do a cleansing, you guys, because the eclipse is all about releasing and cutting cords, like anything, but it can even naturally happen. Like certain things just close out. For me, it's one more of an internal closure chapter, not so much of like people leaving my life, but internal closure with certain things that I feel like I've created blockages for myself, and I can go into that. I don't know if I should go into that. I'm already past 60 seconds. That's why I'll get off here in an hour, but I'll just share this real quick. So I was just meditating last night because I was thinking like, okay, there's a question that I want to ask myself, but I can't get past it because I'm beating myself up and I got to get past this block. And I know it was a block that I created for myself. So when I was meditating, in my mind's eye, I saw these little monster things. They look like little monster beings. And one of them was looking at me. In my mind's eye, I could see it. Like it was looking at me. And it looked like a little goblin. Like just imagine the little thing from the Lord of the Rings, my precious. I don't know his name, but he was like dark black, like my shirt, like black, kind of grayish, like smoky black. I would say he's smoky black, and he had yellow eyes, and he was really ugly. Not scary looking, but just like goofy and ugly looking. And I was looking at him, and this is something I created. This is a energy, an entity that I created for myself, a block that I created. And I saw one over here in my wall. I saw one trying to run away and get away because I was bursting them like bubbles. They were popping open like yellow, gooey stuff. This is what I saw in my mind's eye. And that to me was like, okay, this is a block. These are things that I've created. These little demon things. So if you guys ever see something in your room and you're like, what is that? That's more than likely an energy. It could be something that you created. I'll never forget. It's a reader on YouTube that I used to trade readings with. She was telling me that one night she got up and she saw this little dark being. It looked like a demon, and she was looking at it. She was like, I wasn't scared of it. And I was thinking, because she was asking me what I thought about it, and I was like, the fact that you weren't scared of it means that that was something you created. It was an aspect of you. And she said she looked at it, stared it down until it disappeared. So I believe that. I believe that. Okay, that's fine, Danielle. I'll anybody that's emailed me, I'll email you back. The reading, you'll get it within 5 to 7 business days. The soulmate special reading, that is. So I'll check my email. Aquarius and Jupiter, I say that's a good thing. Jupiter is planet of luck. That's a good thing. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with you. So I feel like this is internal eclipse. At least for me, it was an internal thing that I was releasing. Like there's a lot of different things. I had a meditation in the bathtub because I did a cleansing ritual in the bathtub, and there was my higher self was talking to me like it was talking to me. I knew it was me because it was internal, and it sounds so like strong and so powerful, and I knew it was an aspect of me. And the things that it was telling me, I was like, okay, that makes sense, because I wanted to know what was my block with one specific area of my life, and it made so much sense. So I feel like just meditate, just ground. A lot of you, it could be internal eclipse, closing things out inside, or for others, it could be outside things that are eclipsing that you feel guided to let go of this person, or this person just leaves your life, or there's something that's you hold on to that's blocking you, a mental pattern, something that you release and you let go of. So eclipse season, this one, I don't know why, but I feel like this one is so powerful. It's very powerful. But of course, you can utilize it to manifest. It's a full moon, so you can manifest with this full moon. Aquarius energy is innovation, it's science, it's all things. It's the star card. So focus on your biggest ideals and aspirations. There's nothing that you can't do and manifest. I believe a lot of people will be learning things, studying, coming to awareness and conclusions about things that they never thought they could get to or never fathomed they could. Revelations off the ass. Be open to all that. And yeah, it's all of these eclipses going on, all these retrogrades, and it will throw you off if you're heavily in tune, but stay grounded. There's so many ways to stay grounded. You might feel sleepy. Sleep if you could. If you can, sleep. Drink a lot of water. You're made up of water. Drink water. Stay grounded. If you're eating junk food and stuff, it might fuck with you a little bit, but fine tune your frequency. You can meditate, get some fresh air, take a walk, unplug. Don't take this stuff so serious. Don't take it so serious. William, personal reading, go to my website, please, and thank you. And uncrossing, don't give him that power. See, that's why I be like, don't give nobody no power. Okay, you can do spells on people, but it's only effective if you're open to it. And if somebody's done a spell on you, okay, like, all right, nigga. Well, excuse my language. Let me do you one better, because I have a little thing that I do when people mess with my energy. I'm not gonna give that away, but if you're sending negative energy towards me, you know, it is what it is. So there's nothing you can do. No one can impose their free will on me, because I could tell when people are imposing their free will on me. Succubus, why does an incubus target someone? You guys, oh, okay. Me being into like sex magic and stuff, I don't really want to get into all of that incubus and succubus stuff, because I feel like people demonize certain things that they don't understand. I can get into that, but it might not resonate with everybody, because we have an idea that those things are evil. In a way, they are to some extent. In some way, you have to, sex creates some very powerful things. So it could be that there's an aspect of you that's creating with somebody in the astral plane sexually. That could be it too. Um, yeah. I've had encounters with people that I have sex with them, and it can either be healing, because I've had astral sex with people and it was healing. It was helping me to heal something. So it's not always a bad thing. So I could get into that another time, but I feel like that's getting a little bit too deep than this Q&A can handle right. Yeah. Yeah. So, if people have put hexes and stuff on you, I don't feel like there's nothing that you can't get off of you by yourself. You can see other people, but don't give people that power. Don't give people that power over you. Don't. Because I have people all day trying me. I have people that try to send me negative energy, and I can feel that. I can feel that shit. I can tell when people are trying to impose their free will on me. I know it's that. Um, but yeah. Just imagine this bubble around you. That's what I do. Imagine this bubble around you, and like it's soundproof, and when people try to get in your space, it's like, have you guys ever seen, I think it's the Avengers. What was it? I don't know. I don't remember her name. She had the twin brother that died in the last Thor Avengers. I don't remember. Anyway, she had like that power to like just like throw shit. Like, that's how I imagine it. Like anything that tries to get in my little space, my little bubble that's of negativity, or you're trying me, or you're trying to manipulate my energy, be gone. For real. That's how I imagine it. You have to be like a little kid in this. In spirituality, you have to be like the Fool card. That's the most closest to the Most High you can get. You have to be like the Fool. The Fool, he's high. It's high. He's the most closest to God. He's a fool. He's in nothingness. He has no attachments. He's not attached to anything. It just is. He's just flowing with the energy. He's a child. When you're in that state of just like, I can manifest with my third eye, just like thinking of something in my eyes, seeing it play out, like an imagination, like children do. You know, I could think, like I said, imagine myself this protection shield around me, like a X-Men movie, like I'm an X-Men and I'm just like Avenger and I'm throwing things out of my way. That stuff is powerful. That's the most connected to God. The people that you see on the street that seem freaking crazy and freaking nuts, they don't have attachments to this world. They don't have no attachments. They might say some crazy stuff, like they're just goofing off at the mouth, just saying some stuff, but they're out there and they can sleep in 40-degree weather and it's whatever to them. They're not attached to this world, and they're the embodiment of the fool. They don't give a fuck. They're walking around with shitty shirts on. They don't care. They're not attached to this world. There's no attachments. And not to say that you have to be in that state, but to be in the spiritual energy, you have to lose your mind. Meaning, if you feel like, say for instance, you feel like your grandpa is talking to you, but you have no proof that he's talking to you, and you might feel like you're crazy. You have to go crazy, because who's to say that that's not for real? Who told you that that's not realistic? Who told you that that's not reality? Yeah, there's a fine line with everything. Like, I can't go around saying Ryan Gosling is my twin flame, because I'll get a restraining order like Homegirl did. You can Google it. It's an inside joke that I have with somebody, but it's for real though. Like, you can't go around just be like, oh, there's a fine line with everything. But who's to say that she wasn't right? Who knows? But the thing is, you have to lose your mind. You can't be connected to this world like that, to where you stifle your power, you stifle your energy, you feel like you're under the clock and the watch of somebody else. You're not living your life because you're, oh, I gotta do this and I gotta do that, or I have to be this person because that's what people told me. I can't wear this because society's gonna look at me crazy. Like, when I wear my wigs, like my pink wigs and my blue wigs, because that's my inner child coming out. I like cartoons. I like anime. So if I walk around looking like that, I think I look cute. Some people might think she looks ratchet, or she's stupid, or she's ghetto, or how can you walk around in the grocery store? And some people are like, oh, that's cute. Like, oh my gosh, you look cute. I like your hairstyle. You have to be the fool. You have to be the fool. Literally. The fool card in the tarot. He's zero. He's the first card of tarot. He's He's right there. He's connected to all that is. He's not attached to nothing. Then who comes next? The magician. The magician knows his power. He has the tools. He has the gifts to create and manifest from that nothingness of the fool. Then who do you have next? The high priestess. I know all. I'm connected to the dark secrets. Dark secrets are the things that we can't see, that we discover, that start here. I can go in on that. I hope that makes sense. Yeah, I hope that makes sense, because I can just go and, yeah, I love seeing fellow anime. I love seeing black girls into anime. It's rare, kind of. Not really, but I love seeing that. It's cute. And I love black guys or men that like anime too. I think it's cute. But you have to bring that childlike energy. That's what creates worlds. Like what I'm saying, like, say you want to manifest the man of your dreams. You can't manifest them by thinking about it over and over again. Like, imagine a child who plays with her Barbies. Imagine a little girl who plays with her Barbies and she's imagining herself playing house, and you create your own world, right? Actually, I have a doll because I felt guided, because I watched this one lady. She had a candle that was shaped like a man, and she was like, I use this to magnify the energy of my husband. She has a husband, actually. She actually has a husband. But I took the idea and I was like, I'm not going to go online and buy no freaking man candle, but I'm going to buy me a doll, and I'm going to channel him and charge him with energy of what I want as a husband. It's kind of like a form of me playing in my mind. I have stuff on my altar that looks like wedding stuff, because that's what I want to manifest. But you have to use your inner child. Like, this is an inner child thing. Wearing a fake wedding ring on my hand, because in my subconscious can't tell the difference. In my mind, I'm married, right? It has to manifest. I have to play pretend. That's how you manifest. That's how you create. Or you detach. Just detach. If I'm attached to that, because this is what I learned, even with love. I'll never forget this. I manifested a boyfriend in literally a week. So let me break it down. It didn't last forever, obviously, but it's the point of what I manifested. I could have been more pure and clear in my intention. I really wasn't, but this is what I said. I'm tired of dealing with these fuckboys. I'm done with them. I'm tired. I blocked this one guy that I was just calling my twin flame stuff when I was all up into that. I blocked him. I'm like, I'm done with these fuckboys. I want somebody that I can get, I can hang out with, and that's cool. I don't remember verbatim what I said, but I remember the fuckboy part. Like, I'm done with the fuckboys. Immediately, I was feeling myself because I just posted a selfie, and I was like, oh, I look cute. I'm feeling myself. I was in that mode. That's my inner child mode. I'm feeling myself. I'm in play pretend. I'm that Beyonce in my head. I'm that bad bitch in my head right now. And I went on Facebook. I seen someone like my post. I was like, oh, he's cute. Never knew he was on my I never knew he was on my Facebook ever. I don't even know how he got there because I was just hitting like accepting requests from people, because the only reason why I created a new Facebook was because I wanted to have my business page. So hold on, what are you guys saying? I believe you can have an attachment to a deceased person, yes, or cord attachment. It could be past life things. Um, excuse me, I burped, sorry. But no, back to my thing. So I don't know. I was just adding people, I guess. So I never noticed him until that day. And I was like, oh, he's cute. I went to his page and seen it was his birthday. The bad bitch came over me because I'm shy. I'm introverted. If I hit you up, I really felt guided to hit you up because I'm not like that on the regular. I can't just walk up to men and be like, hi, how are you? Oh my God. I can't do that. That's not me. I'm shy. So I wished him a happy birthday, and it all led to that. And within a week, he was my man. It lasted a good little month or so, whatever. It was cute, whatever. Um, but yeah, it happens. It's definitely possible. And I detached. When I manifested him, I was like, I'm done with this energy over here. I'm open to whatever. I want someone that's not going to waste my time, blah, blah, blah. Was I ready for a relationship? No, not at that point. Even though I was wanting to get into something with someone, I wasn't really ready. But I did manifest somebody. Within not even 24 hours, I manifested him. It was right after I said that. I went on my Facebook, and there he was. We talked. Within a week, we were dating. It was what it was. It was cute, short-lived relationship. I can't complain about it. It's probably one of the sweetest boyfriends I ever had. He's not the sweetest, actually. Other than, I don't know, he could have been doing some shit behind my back. But from what I saw and what I know, he was one of the sweetest boyfriends I had. So if you state, okay, if you want something that lasts long, it might not to say don't ever put limits on your manifestations, but it might not manifest right away. If you want something real, you want something that lasts a long time, it might take time. Whether that be because you're not in that energy to manifest it yet, because sometimes manifestations take time based upon where we are with them. Like, we want to be a famous singer one day. Are your vocal cords on point? If you sound like a donkey down the street, you might not be that unless you find somebody with the Milli Vanilli scheme and be like, let's just put an auto track over her. Or they have some bomb ass auto tune or something. I don't know. But other than that, if you want that career, it takes time. You got to go through the process. But you will always see the unfoldment of it. So let's say, for instance, you meet that person that's a vocal coach, or you meet that person that puts you on, I don't know, American Idol or something. But it has to unfold. You know what I mean? What do you mean, am I an earth empath? What does that mean? I want to manifest money. Me too. Do it. Write it down. Let it go. Have you guys ever tried the check thing? I've tried that, and that doesn't work for me. Maybe because I didn't believe in it. I did the check thing, and I filled out a check, and I'm just like, maybe it will manifest. I actually forgot about that check until now. Maybe it will, but I was kind of like, whatever to it. I don't know. Maybe it will. Me too. Dara, me too. Ooh, Tweety, hey. How you manifest love? Simple. First, you gotta love yourself. Because you can manifest a boyfriend, but that doesn't necessarily mean that that's going to be the love of your life, or that dude is the best thing that ever happened to you, or a girl, whatever you're into. It doesn't matter. But first, you have to love yourself. That's the only reason I feel like I manifested homeboy, because I thought I was the shit in my head at that point. Because there's times where I'm just like, I can't manifest what I want. I always get these guys I don't want. Every guy that's obsessed with me is some weirdo or some guy that I just don't like, or he's a friend, or he's old, or something. Or girls. I don't know what it is. I think I'm getting too personal. But girls, like, I don't have no romantic attraction to girls. Like, I can look at them and be like, oh, she's really pretty. And might admire her butt or something, but I'm never going to be like, ooh, ooh. You know what I mean? Like, no. So, I've had girls, though, that was like, oh, I'm in love with you. I don't know. I don't know. But, yeah. So, I used to just beat myself up all the time and be like, oh, I only manifest people I don't want. These people are obsessed with me, but I don't want them. All the guys I want, something's wrong. He's either with somebody else, or I'm just a side chick. You know, all these stupid things I was telling myself. At that point where I was like, fuck it. I'm the shit. I'm feeling myself. I posted a bomb ass selfie. I got all these people on me. Okay, I'm done with this guy. Blocked him. Went on Facebook, and here's this cutie that I saw. Didn't know he was on my Facebook. Yeah. No, Queen of, I'm about to cut this live stream short, Ethan, because I told myself 60 minutes tops, and when I get to talking, I get to talking. Especially if you guys keep asking me questions. Right. And sending DMs for me is a big deal because I'm shy. But if I feel guided to say something to you, even if it's stupid, like a flirty line or something, if I feel guided to, I know that's I guess the Sasha Fierce, whatever I'm not going to tell you my alter ego is, but that part of me comes out and it's like, ooh, I'm about to hit him up. That's rare though. I don't go through men's DMs like that. That's a rare thing. I've only been through a handful of DMs. A handful, if that. Because that's just not my thing. I'm too shy for that. I don't know. A connection to a certain culture, to me, well, just from like my experience, I believe that's a past life thing. He who healed me with the astral sex and sexing. Yeah, that stuff really works. That's why I be saying, like, don't be thinking that these incubus and succubus are negative. Sometimes they're like what you need. Like, if you haven't had no D or no, in a long time, that energy comes in, that might be something you need. You might need that healing. Especially if you're like me, who refuses to have sex with anybody until like you feel a connection to them, or it's something real is about to come out of it. Because I've gone years without sex, and I know that sounds crazy. Some people are like, oh, she's crazy. I can do it. I can go days and months without even masturbating, because you have to. I mean, what's wrong with that? And especially, it's not only used for sex. You can manifest through, by the way, you can manifest through masturbation if you didn't know. But the key is you can't go there. You can't let yourself release. You have to stop, and you have to hold in. You have to think of what you're manifesting. It's hard. It's harder than it sounds. Anyway, but it comes with practice, I believe. So I haven't reached that, so I'm not going to say that, but I know people close to me that have tried it, and as a man telling me this, I imagine it's a little bit harder not to come, and you can't think about sex. You can't be sitting there thinking about somebody else. You have to keep concentrated on that thing that you're trying to manifest. You can't be thinking about somebody, thinking about J-Lo or something in your head. You can't do that. So, women, whoever, Idris Elba or something, you can't be thinking about him trying to get it off, or The Rock or something. Just hold it. I talk too much, but yeah. We're adults. At least I hope so. I mean, Ethan, you're the only one that's not 18 yet, but you're getting there. But, I mean, we're mature enough, I would hope, that we're not perverted to be like, oh, like, take something like that into, like, come on. But, yeah. But yeah, it can be very healing. Sexual energy can be very healing. It can. So if you have a dream of sex, even if you don't know who it is or you feel like something happened, it doesn't always have to be that something raped you and invaded your space. Like, who's to say that you didn't create some other dimension with this person, or this person didn't heal you, or this energy didn't heal you through the sleep? Like, it's so quick and easy to just throw everything. Like, we give evil, what we know to be evil, too much credit, especially if it's this lower level energy. It's not a high vibrational energy. Why do we give it so much power? That's what I'm saying. Like, why do we give it so much power? Those chords, yeah. It is amazing. Like, it's fun. There's times where probably Friday, Sonia, tomorrow, possibly. I have some requests. I don't know if I'm gonna get to them all, but I have some requests. Ethan, oh, you're gonna open up a can of worms. I'm not trying to be mean or clown on anybody, but you know how many people I get that ask me if they're Chris Brown's soulmate, and I don't know. That's a whole nother topic, but I don't know. That's like a rare thing for people to come to me and ask about celebrities, and I don't judge when it comes to celebrities, because I can see that anybody in this universe, even if they're a celebrity, who's to say you're not connected to that person in some way? It might not be as literal as this is your life partner, this is soulmate, twin flame. Like, it might not be on that type of level, but I never shun anybody out when they ask me. But it seems like the Chris Brown ones be like fucking crazy. Like, I get a lot of those. Like, I've only got celebrities, like maybe one person, like, oh, it's so and so, can you see what the connection is with me and so and so and so and so? It's a different person. But Chris Brown, like, why? I don't freaking know. I don't know what type of power, this energy, this man got, but it's weird. It really is weird. Ooh, not Jake Gyllenhaal. I don't know. I mean, I'm not gonna like lie. I've met Chris Brown years ago. This is when Chris Brown was first, when he came out with Run It, and he came to the mall, and I think it was around the time that he had a deal with Verizon or whatever, and he had a concert, and me and my cousin were in love with him, and we went up there, we met him. He has a presence about him. I don't know. Like, I guess you could say when you Beyonce status, Michael Jackson status and Prince status, and people don't want to give him that. I know not everybody wants to give him that credit, but I can see, and girls, like, I thought I was gonna marry Justin Timberlake when I was back in the day. I was in love with him, but I was little. I was like 10 years old. But I can see when you, like, you're just so enamored by someone, and if they have a powerful energy, even more so, like, you're subject to be like, oh shit, I'm connected to him. And I don't know what those girls have experienced, so I'm not judging them. I can't say, but just the mere fact that I have so many people come to me asking that question, are they Chris Brown soulmate, to me is like fucking alarming and kind of weird. But I don't know. I digress. I don't know. And I've heard a lot of people ask about celebrities being in twin flames and soulmates and all that. And I don't judge them, because I can understand where it comes from. And maybe it might be something there to it. Maybe there's a past life connection. Maybe there's something. But you just never know. Oh, Amorion. I used to love B2K. But my favorite was J Bug and Little Fizz. Those are my favorite. Those are my favorite. I loved B2K. That was one of my things. I had gone through a lot of teeny bopper phases. I had the Usher. I had the Justin Timberlake. I had the B2K. I had the Chris Brown. I had the, who else? Now that I'm adult, I guess mine is A$AP Rocky, kind of. But we all got that somebody that were just like, oh my god, oh, that's my husband. Oh my god. Oh yeah, I did have a Drake thing. I had a Drake thing, Ethan. I did. Back in the day when he was on Degrassi, he was Jimmy. And then going into his rap back then, I had the Drizzy thing. I sure did. Panzamo. Oh my god. I never got to have the Scream tours because they never had Scream tours in Phoenix. But they always came out here though. They always had a concert. It seemed like every month they came out here, but I wasn't complaining. But I did love B2K. That was my shit. That would be interesting. I think they would have to pay for that. If I gave celebrity readings on their past lives, they would have to pay for that. Who knows? I might. That's interesting. Yeah, Milwaukee is kind of small, huh? Oh my god, not from Drake and Josh. It's throwback right there. Oh, I had a thing for Leonardo DiCaprio so bad when I was younger. Oh my god. I had a little white boy face back then, but yeah. No. Can I do a reading on another psychic? No. Why? No. No. Why would I do that? Oh, Heath Ledger. I love him. This, I have the Joker tatted on me. You can't really see it. It says why it's so serious, but that was the shit. I don't know. I felt a little connection to him too. It was kind of sad when he died, and his anniversary, his death is the same day as my daughter's birthday. But I don't know. I got this tattoo when I was going through some crazy shit back then. But yeah, I believe that everybody that comes on this planet they come here because that's what they signed up to do, regardless. Whether they sign up to parents. You said you would pay for that? Oh, I was talking about the celebrities paying. But, I mean, because I don't know what that would serve other people to know what a celebrity's past life is unless it was for them, or you're their family or something. I don't know. I mean, I could, it could be something helpful. Who knows? But I would just feel like that's something that I would do for them personally if it ever came down to that. San Diego. I love San Diego. I love it. Ethan and Elena sitting in the tree. I'm just like, uh, what is that? Starseed thing. I believe in that. I believe that there's some kids out there who are starseeds, indigos. I know, Ethan. You don't have to be a smarty, but no, I believe it. She said I'm nosy. I mean, that's an interesting topic. I never thought to do that. I would do one on, because I just want to know why people are so powerful in this life. Like what is different. I don't know what Cardi B be on, but Cardi B like is winning. I don't know. I think it's her chart. I think there were some astrologers that said that she has certain placements in her chart that support her fame and her fortune right now, which I can see that, but I've never seen McDonald's send nobody no baby clothes, Chipotle and all. I don't know. Like her life, like she's winning in ways that women would dream of in a whole year or less than a year or 2 year time span. Like a rap career. I mean, it took some time to get there. I imagine her season took some time to get there, but just looking from the outside, her career popping. Number one singles, married, engaged, quickly, baby, shit, like for real. Not every woman dreams of that, but I mean, like, I guess most women dream of that. As far as like her career popping, not necessarily being a rapper, but being married, having a baby, and she's winning. I don't know what's in her chart. I would like to read what her past life is. Chris Brown definitely because I don't know what type of power he has over people, but he has something. Michael Jackson. I don't feel like I need to look into that because I feel like, and even Prince, but people might say that I'm reaching. But I believe those are like ascended masters. Like they were already something when they got here. That's what I believe. I don't know. That's what I believe. They were already powerful energies like Prince was at. And so was Michael. They were androgynous type of energies. And to me, they was already something powerful when they got here. That's how I see it. Ooh. If you do more than 3 reads a day, you have a huge headache. Don't go. Not a master finesse. I saw this interview. Oh, yeah, Tupac, too. Yeah, Tupac was pretty powerful. But I saw this interview with Michael Jackson. It was so funny. They were like, tell us how the tour was. And he was being real at first. He's like, I hate touring. Oh, my God. I hate touring. And they were like, no, you can't say that. Don't do it like that. And he was like, what? Make it more positive. He's like, oh, okay. And he's like, I love to tour. And they all started laughing. He was like, what? I'm trying to... That was funny to me. I don't know. I like Michael Jackson. I don't care what y'all say. And that was one of my other crushes, too. I think that was my first celebrity crush was Michael Jackson. I had to be like 5 or 6 years old. Not knowing nothing, but I love me some Michael. Ah! I know you didn't say that, Ethan. Ethan, I know you lying. Nobody, and that's nothing. Whitney, too. Whitney was something, too. Her voice, whatever. Ethan, you tried it. I hope you were playing. You got me all offended. I hope you're playing. Oof. Taylor Swift better than Whitney? Ah. Taylor Swift, how is she a legend? She is not a legend. Anybody, anybody that's tried to even duplicate Whitney, Mariah, Christina Aguilera, all these females have tried it. Even Jennifer Hudson, she can hold them keys, she can do that I will always love you and all of that, but nobody can do it like Whitney. Y'all crazy. Dara, thank you. Well, you know, she fits the demographic. She fits the masses look and the appeal of what the masses want to push. Of course, they're going to back Taylor Swift, but never in her worst day can she, in her best day, let's say. Christina Aguilera, I used to rock with Christina Aguilera. She kind of lost it for me. She does a little bit too much howling. No. And Mariah Carey is my girl too, but no. Nobody can ever be Whitney Houston. I don't care what nobody said. Whitney Houston created all these Brandys and Monicas and Beyonces and Whitney and Mariah's and Christina Aguilera's, all them. Anyway. Right. We're not even gonna go there. Aretha Franklin, yes. You know who my favorite singer is? Well, Whitney Old School is my favorite singer. I love Gladys Knight. Well, that's because my mom put me onto that. Gladys Knight. Gladys Knight is one of them. I love Aretha Franklin. Aaliyah, yes, I love Aaliyah too. But you know who I like modern singer that she doesn't get enough credit? Oh, I love Toni Braxton. That's one of my favorites too. I love Toni Braxton. But she's a baby Anita Baker, and I love Anita Baker too. I love Shaka Khan. Yes, I love Shaka Khan. But Kiki Wyatt, the things she can do with her voice, I don't know where the sorcery, I don't know. Okay, I love her. But she has like a church, like that soulful church. But I love Kiki Wyatt. I love Kiki Wyatt's voice. I just envy it so much because I wish I could do that with my voice. But yes, Kiki Wyatt has like the flyest voice I ever heard. But who else? Kelly Price has a dope voice too. Selena Johnson can sing her ass off too. But who was I gonna say? Somebody slipped. I love Tidra Moses. Tidra Moses is not really that like, but I love her writing. I love her I love her writing, her lyrics content. But Kiki Wyatt all day. But she gets her influences from gospel singing. But her voice, oh my god. Mickey Howard. I don't know too much about her. Yeah, I love T.J. Moses. She is underrated. A lot of the singers I listen to, Jasmine Sullivan. Oh, how can I forget? Jasmine Sullivan, her voice, like, oh, it's like this raspy, like, oh, I love Jasmine Sullivan too. Oh, I was on Jasmine Sullivan. Y'all don't know real music if y'all don't know about Jasmine Sullivan. I'm an R&B person. I mean, I can listen to pop music all day. I can be like, oh, so and so, a Nicki Minaj and Taylor Swift and all that. I don't like Taylor Swift. I'm sorry, y'all. Like, no, I don't. I could listen to like Pink. Yeah, I like Pink. Pink is dope. She is dope. But like I like singers. Like y'all don't know what I mean by that. Like singers up in here sing from their gut. I like singers. Faith Evans, yes, I met her. I like her. She's dope. But yes, Faith Evans is one of them. I'm missing somebody. I just have to go on my phone. I listen to everything, but I'm more of an old school person. So J Lo, um, I think you're trolling now, Elegance. I think you're trolling. But no, J Lo has some bops though. I had every except for her latest albums the past few years, but on the six, the J Lo album, the This Is Me, This Is Now album. Although those are bops, I'm not gonna lie. J Lo had a good running back then. Her and Ashanti, I think her and Ashanti had the best like era in the early 2000s as far as like pop and R&B mixed together. Yeah. Yep, I'm a Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Freedom. We're talking about music. This is not turned. This is out of Q&A. Yeah, I mean J Lo, she can dance her ass off. She can act. I love her movies. Like when she plays in those like romantic comedies. I like movies. And then actually she had that serious movie. I can't remember what it's called. Somebody help me. It seems like it starts with the E or something. Oh, what is it called? Somebody help me. It was like a woman empowerment type of movie. She whipped her husband's ass. What's that movie called? Enough. It's called Enough. Selena, the real Selena or the movie Selena? That abusive movie. Yeah. How, what do you mean she always plays white women? Oh, like they make her Italian. Yeah, they usually make her an Italian woman in her movies, I think. But that was a good movie. Selena, of course, is a classic movie. She did that. I'm not gonna lie. She did that. But all her little like romantic comedies, I love those movies. So she's good. Donny Hathaway. Hey. Yes. Marvin Gaye. Prince. We already discussed Prince though, so we gave him his dues. This Q&A was about whatever you guys wanted to ask about, but we've kind of gotten into something totally different. So I don't know. Um, the only one that I can say has soul, Ethan, because I know where you're going, Janis Joplin. Has anybody ever listened to Janis Joplin? Y'all know what I'm talking about. I don't care. What's her name? Jessie J can sing her ass off. I never really thought Joss Stone was all that dope. Pink even. But Janis Joplin's voice, like, okay, I can give her credit. So if you would replace her with Taylor Swift, I can get with you on that one. But otherwise, no. But you guys are in a different era. Like Britney Spears came up when I came up. I don't even know. Is she still popping, Ethan? I'm not trying to be like throwing shade, but she was popping when I was little. Amy Winehouse, yeah. How can I forget? I don't know, Ethan. I thought you was. I don't know. I thought you was standing for Taylor Swift. I don't know. But Britney Spears, when I was young, she was popping. Her and Christina Aguilera was popping at the same time. Tina Turner, yes, because she has a powerful story and she was innovative. Yes, to Tina Turner. I know. I don't know why they like Christina Aguilera never had that extra appeal like Britney did. Because Christina Aguilera could sing better. But I'm gonna be honest, she wasn't as good as a dancer. Britney Spears is a skilled dancer. That's the only thing she has over her. And Britney Spears had the American sweetheart appeal to the masses look, if you know what I mean. She had that. And plus she had big titties at 16. So that might have had something to do with it too. I'm just like not anime. Y'all dumb. Oh yeah, but I had when I was little, I did go to Britney Spears concert, and that was one of the best concerts I went to. I'm not gonna lie, I had fun. But I did like Britney Spears music. I had Britney Spears Barbie doll, so I guess you can call me Britney Spears fan back then when I was little. Um, Pharrell, that's my boo. Katy Perry, oh my god. I used to like Katy Perry in the beginning when she had her first album. I thought she was dope. Like, oh, the hot and the cold, and I Kissed the Girl era. But she started getting annoying, especially after she did that Tiger song. I just couldn't do it. She just started getting on my nerve. Backstreet Boy. I was never really a Backstreet girl. I like some of their songs, but I was an NSYNC girl. I thought NSYNC had better vocals. Missy Elliott. We can't forget her. Missy and Timbaland. I still love them. Like, they were dope to me back then. That was my era, too. Like, the Genuine, the Aaliyah, the Nicole Ray era, Total, Bad Boy era. That was my era. Like, my era of music was dope. I can't speak for this generation. I'm sorry. I can't speak for this generation. Even the pop music was dope back then. Ludacris, A. When Nelly first came out, oh my god, we went crazy. I think that's what got me into the little thug appeal. Even though I wouldn't, like, classify him as a thug, but I think that's when I started getting into, oh, boys with tattoos and just ratchet. Ooh. Because I was all about the teeny bopper boys, and then he came out, and I was like, oh, Nelly fucked me up. It's fine. No, but, Jagged Edge, I love Jagged Edge. I love 112. 112 is dope. I can go on and on about R&B. We can go for days. Maya, yes, Maya was one of them. Monica, Brandy, I love Brandy. That was one of my favorite singers when I was little. Brandy. Destiny's Child. Deborah Cox. How can I forget Deborah Cox? Oh, like really? You know what? Like what? Not Pretty Ricky. But I had a Pretty Ricky thing too. Spectacular, but now, no. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Oh, Chingy. Chingy was cute. I like the way you do that right there. Who remembers the Murder Inc. era? I loved that. I loved Murder Inc. back then. Early 2000. Murder Inc. era. Not Murphy Lee. That is throwback. Oh my god. Oh my god. You guys are taking me way, way, way back. You guys are making me feel old, actually. Like, oh. Making me feel old. What grade was I in when that came out? I think I was in 8th grade, 8th or ninth grade. Um, yeah. Let me see. Um, what? Oh my god. Please stop. I'm on Instagram and people are crazy on here. Like, really? Why did Kelly Rowland get that tattoo? Oh my god, he grabbed your butt? Yeah, I've heard some iffy things about Irv Gotti. Like, yeah. He just sounds like a mobster type of asshole. Irv Gotti, that sounds like some, like, asshole to me. That's a... yeah. In my air, first ones. Alternative pop. What's alternative pop? Would you guys consider Linkin Park alternative or pop music? Because they kind of, to me, they were kind of like borderline pop music. That was my era too. Linkin Park. Callie, my sister does. My sister likes her. I like one song from her. My sister listens to her. Ew. Not mindless behavior. But I liked Linkin Park though. But they are, I would consider them alternative pop, just like, what was it? Panic at the Disco came out in high school. When I was in high school, Panic at the Disco was a thing. I loved the Blink 182 growing up because I still love Travis Barker. He was cute to me. Who else? Trying to think. It just slipped my freaking mind. But yeah, I don't know. Chester Bennington, yeah, rest to him. He had this on. I don't know if you guys ever heard of the Queen of the Dam soundtrack, but he had a song on there that's dope. I have it on my phone. But yeah, Linkin Park, Blink 182, Sugar Ray. Oh yeah, I can't forget about Fallout Boy. Oh, Evanescence was, yeah. This is not considered alternative. This is probably pop music, but I used to like what's that girl's name? The skater boy. What is her name? Avril Lavigne. Christina Milian. She had one album that I liked. It was the one with the Young Jeezy song, Say I actually liked that album. Other than that, can't I can't really get with her music like that. But I did like that album though. It had some bops on it. Gwen, oh, how can I forget? I loved No Doubt. Oh my god. That was my shit back then. And that's the only, like, that was my whole, like, Gwen Stefani in the pink hair. Because I love pink. So growing up, I was glad I can get in and do that. Because I love pink hair. And then Khalees, too, being able to see a black woman rock colored hair. Even though Little Kim kind of did it with the wigs and stuff, but like Khalees with the afro and like pink and the blues and the greens, like opened the doors for me with colored hair. But I loved No Doubt when I was younger. Hell yeah, that was one of my favorite groups I think back then. My friend introduced me to them like in third grade, I think. I did. I love them. Um, Avril Lavigne. What happened to her? I don't hear nothing on her or about her, but I don't keep up with her. I guess if I was following her, that would be a different story. You don't really be thinking people be out here cloning celebrities. Like, I would believe that if they're like, oh, you can't come in tonight. Okay, well, let's get the dummy of so and so. Like, you're not coming tonight. Okay, that's the only way I can see that. But they have stunt like I remember Michael Jackson had a stunt double. So why won't they just do? I don't know. I don't be getting into that conspiracy stuff like I used to. Like it's madness. I can see where they're going. It sounds very convincing on some levels, but nah. I believe anything exists, but I don't know. Like the power that people give stuff. Like I can break down so many things to be like, ooh, that's the devil. But I research too much stuff to just fall for anything. Like the Baphomet. Oh, it's the devil. They're worshiping the devil, and then when you look at what the Baphomet really means, you're just like, whatever with that Disney spookism shit that they put out there. Not to say that there's not evil stuff going on, but I just feel like when you don't really research things and you kind of listen, like, oh, I can just do this. Oh, she's evil. She's a devil worshiper, and it's dumb. And a lot of the time, celebrities do that stuff to troll because it's popular. So I can go in a video and know that somebody's gonna say I'm a devil worshiper if I throw some devil horns up or something. You're gonna talk about me, but that's just me. You know, that's just me. Not to say that weird shit does not go down in Hollywood. I trust. I know. I've heard some horror stories and shit from people that have been in that. But it's like as far as like all this cloning and like cloning and this person was killed by the Illuminati and all this shit is not always a factor. I don't believe it's always a factor. Ooh, Nirvana. Yes, Nirvana was dope. I was too little, but I watched MTV all my life, so I was exposed to a whole bunch of shit. But it's not like I could be like, Mom, buy me a Nirvana CD. I just took whatever my mom had. I would listen to all her CDs. Like, that's why I'm so old school, because I just listened to what my mom had. I didn't get my first CD, really, until I was probably in fourth grade, which was Brandy's Never Say Never album. But my mom had Brandy albums, but I never got my own until that age. And no, NSYNC, I take it back. NSYNC was probably one of my first CDs I ever got. But other than that, I just listened to everything my mom had, everything my dad had. That's what I would listen to. And 9 times out of 10, it was some Key Sweat. It was some Gladys Knight or something. You know, my dad was into all that little R&B sexy music, and my mom was like the old school. My mom likes Chicago and all those old ass shit. But yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So I was exposed to music, and then gospel. My family was into gospel music, so that's part of why I like soul music. And even though I'm not a Christian anymore, I can still rock with Christian music. It just does something to the soul. It's very healing, I would say. It helps me heal. It's grounding. I have a favorite gospel artist too. Like, I just love music. So if you can speak to me in many different ways, like sometimes I might be in the mood to be ratchet and I'm on a 2 Chainz mode. Um, Mexican pop stars. The only one I know of is Selena. I love salsa music. So, like, Celia Cruz and all that stuff is dope to me, too. I can listen to anything. I love Shania Twain growing up. That was my thing. Country music, I don't really care for it like that, but something about Shania Twain, I love Shania Twain. That was my stuff back then. Kurt Franklin, he has some bops, and not Enrique Iglesias. But what was I gonna say? Um, Kurt Franklin has some bops though, but he's not. He gets on my nerves. I don't know if it's just me, but Kurt Franklin gets on my nerve. Like, he does too much. Like, yes. The Dixie Chicks. I never got into the Dixie Chicks like everybody. I never really liked them like that. Oh, Faith Evans. I mean, not Faith Evans. Faith Hill has some bops too. Who's Bad Bunny? But, yeah, I don't really care for Dixie Chicks like that. But Faith Hill and Shania Twain was my shit. Oh, Shakira. Yeah. Life Jennings. I haven't listened to Life Jennings in a long time, but he did have a good album. He had a good era when he first came out. I don't really listen to him like that. I love Music Soul Child. That's who I listen to. Madonna. I only like 3 songs out of my whole ever hearing Madonna era of my life. I like Music. I like the little song she did for Austin Powers. Get into the eh. But yeah, no, I can't really get into Madonna. I don't know. I never really could. Oh, I love Coldplay. Oh, I love Coldplay. How can I forget? Her Ray of Light, um, not popping for 2 weeks. I love Coldplay. I'm not gonna lie. Who else? You guys might think it's weird, but I love Aerosmith. I can listen. I like old rock music, like the Eagles and shit. Like I can listen to that rather than some of the stuff nowadays. Like I'm just an old school person, and plus my mom, like I said, she listened to old music, anything, like any era, doesn't matter. Oh my god, who is this? Daughtry and Creed. Never really cared for. Oh, Incubus. Oh, Incubus is one of my favorite. Who is this? I don't know if this is a scam. That's why I don't like Facebook. I hate Facebook. It's so annoying. Like, why are you spamming me, sending me stupid stuff? I hate Facebook. It's so... Ugh. Not Bon Jovi. Bon Jovi. Who else? Because I have a whole bunch of people on my phone. Iconic. Oh, yeah. She was popping in my era when I was little. She had the You Wanna Know. Eh. Yeah. But yeah, I hate Facebook. Oh, it's so disgusting. Ooh, me too, Astro Chick. He's still fine to me, but he was fine in the 80s though. Ooh, you know who's another one? Not just Slash, but another one was Lenny Kravitz. Like, oof, my gosh. She still is for his age. But yeah, Lenny Kravitz was one of them. Yep, Slash. That's crazy. He said I'm not into rockers. Not always, but they have to be really, really fine. But no, Slash was cute back in the day when he first came out. When his pants ripped? No, I have to Google that or YouTube it. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think celebrities are good to look at. I don't know if it would ever be a good idea to date one of them unless you're in the industry yourself. I don't know. I mean, there's thousands of women who married celebrities, but I don't know. Right. Yeah, his daughter maybe is my age or maybe a year or so younger. But him and Lisa Bonet still look good. Adriana Lima, she's still out here. She's still what do you call it? I mean, I'm sure she's still modeling. I just haven't heard nothing about her. But I don't keep up with people unless I follow them or something. Right. Oh yeah, you told me, Daro, you've been. I mean, they are regular people, but I think some of them, if they're too big, then I don't know. That might be a problem. You would be shady. What do you mean? If I was, I would go crazy. I don't think that I could date one. Not Cheetah Girls. I love 3LW, by the way, but they did I don't know how to pronounce her name. They did her dirty, so I can't really vouch for that. But what was I gonna say? Yeah, I couldn't. I don't know if I could date a celebrity, especially one who's like Justin Bieber status and Beyonce status, because it's like I'm too introverted and I don't want people looking at me. I don't like all of that. Yeah, I don't like her. Adrienne Bailon, I'm sorry. She seems like she's just not a good person. That's, I mean, just how I feel. She's not a good person. Well, they don't. I mean, you can create a private life for yourself. I believe you can. There's celebrities out there that can create a private life. They probably have to pay people to shut up and not put stuff out there. But some celebrities, like the Kardashians or the Jenners, for instance, I feel like they like publicity. So anything that's stupid, fucked up, good, bad, I feel like they're fine with it, and some celebrities are not. But you kind of put yourself out there. You're a public figure, so what do you expect? You know what I mean? I believe some celebrities do. Some celebrities have a high aura vibration. You can tell. Even the ones that you think are lower vibrational, you'd be surprised if you listen to them. Because we have an idea of what a high vibrational person is because of what they look like. But you got to get past the look of things. Not everything that's pretty, not everything that's wearing crystals and dressed like a hippie and talking love and light type of shit is really on that. You know, sometimes this stuff is phony, but when you look at some people with the tattoos all over their face and they smoke weed and drink and stuff, some of them are more connected than you think, and maybe even more connected than those people that say that they're on that shit. It's just discerning and really listening to people and what they say. Right, they stage arguments and stuff. Yeah, I heard stuff like that. Do I know who Till Swan is? I think so. I might have came across her on YouTube or something, or an article. That sounds familiar. You and Taylor Swift. Ethan, I need you and Taylor Swift to go build a treehouse. Yeah, see, I like real, what we call real ends celebrities, and there's only a few like that. Future was very psychic and spiritual. He seems crazy to me. I don't know, I could be wrong. I never really listened to him, but he just seems like he has problems. What's up, Shavana? Do I feel like the big one is coming to California doing the eclipse? What do you mean the big one? Like, like a, I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm slow. Catastrophic, if I'm pronouncing it right, event, like the day after type of thing in California. Oh, he's a Scorpio. An earthquake? Honestly, my gut tells me no. Not this eclipse season. I feel like something is big going to happen, but I don't want to say California. And I hope not, because I have too many people out there in California. I don't want that to happen. I don't know. Do I think Jim Carrey really had a spiritual awakening? I feel like I don't feel like he went through it. He's been talking. If you guys really listen to Jim Carrey for like the past few years, Jim Carrey's been on some stuff. I just think people just haven't really listened. He might have cut a lot of things out of his life and dissociated himself with Hollywood to some extent. But if you really listen to him, he's always been talking from a higher place. I don't know if you guys. Oh wow. Yeah, it's the energy, Siobhan. It's too much going on. It's the eclipse. I'm telling you. Because I'm sound like I don't want anyone to take it personal if I don't want to do a reading right now for them because I'm not in the space for it. That's why I stretch my readings out to a week or so because I need, if I'm not in the right space, I can't do a reading. And with this eclipse energy, it's too much going on. I know I'm not the only one, not even just as a reader, but just as a person. Yeah, I can see that. I mean, a lot of men in poverty or single mom homes, I'm not going to say all of them, but a lot of them go through a lot of trauma and they carry it out in their adulthood. I mean, we all of us do. But I can see that from him. Not being haunted by his girlfriend. What girlfriend? The hell? Probably. I don't know. I don't know. Haunted. Maybe she like comes in and say, "Hey, what's up? You forgot about me?" I'm just playing. I don't. It's not funny, but that is funny. How do I handle people in eclipse? I don't handle them. I just be like, leave me alone. But I've been super annoyed, like when I go out in public and there's a lot of people, because I'm introverted for one. So I have to be at a concert or something. And even at a concert, I'd be like, don't touch me, back up, get out of my space. But really, I don't know. I create a protective shield. Like I said, I got my X-Men thing that I do in my head, like back away from me. So I haven't really been too annoyed to the point where I can't handle it. So I don't know. I think I have like something on me that's like, get away from me, because people don't really fuck with me that much. I don't know. His girlfriend killed herself over him. Oh Lord, I didn't know that. That's sad. They broke your headphones, shattered your phone screen. Oh, that happened to me one time, but that's only because my stubborn ass knew I should have got that phone fixed a long time ago, and Mercury retrograde was like, oh, what you gonna do now? And I had to pay for another phone. Oh, I can imagine. Psychedelics will mess with your head. Psychedelics will, but he might be. That would be interesting to look into. I don't know if I would ever do a reading on him unless something came up where he's a topic or something, but I don't really feel called to look into his energy, but I wouldn't doubt it. Um, there's a lot of people I think are gifted. Let me see. I don't know. You have to listen to people's interviews to really figure them out. And sometimes they could even be phony in their interviews. But if you just listen to people, you can pick up where they're at within themselves. I don't care what they look like. Just listen to them. Like, I judged, I don't know how to pronounce his name. I'm sorry. I'm going to call him Jase, but X, the rapper X. I'm just calling him rapper X. Because at first I judged him based off of how he looked. But when you really listen to him, you can tell he was very intuitive. He was gifted. Um, Beyonce, I don't really feel like she is that tapped in. I've heard someone say they met her before, and she seemed to be, but I don't know. I don't really feel it, but yeah, he's an example. Like, you can look at somebody and be like, oh, because he has tattoos, he has dreads. Even, I mean, a stripper can be more in tune than what you think. Just because she's a stripper and she's got tattoos, and she's got piercing, or she twerks online all day, you never really know where people are at unless you listen to them talk. Beyonce. Jay-Z is. I can give Jay-Z a little more credit. He seems like he's an occultist in a way where he knows how to use symbolism and break things down and like talk about his evolution in a way that I feel like Beyonce is kind of more manufactured. I don't know. You know what I mean? Kind of manufactured in her come up. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, as far as like her talking about Black Girl Magic and all that, that's just like, that's topics. These are popular topics. They're like melanin and all that shit. That's not you being woke, or that's not being you being conscious. That's just you using something because it's popular. But Jay-Z, on the other hand, he's been talking about weird stuff. He's been talking about Illuminati. He's been talking about all this other stuff that is hip now years ago. So yeah, he's a little more in tune than Beyonce. Do I think Jay-Z is good looking? Not with beauty standards, no, but he's attractive, like he's upkept. I feel like he looks better now than he's, well, when he was younger, I've seen some pictures of him that he looked cute, but he's older with his hair growing out and stuff. He looks a little bit better. Ethan. Oh, the offset and stuff. I saw that video where they jumped him. I don't like women. I don't think I don't even like when girls jump on one girl. I don't even like that. I feel like that's grimy. I don't like seeing men. I think that's some pussy stuff for men to jump on one dude. I think that's pussy. Thought you had a thing for him. He was cute though. He was a baby. He's younger than my youngest brother, so but he was cute. He had a little cute little face. Who has a big ego? Oh gosh, Dara. Never mind. Yeah. He can fight though. I saw some videos of X fighting. He can fight. I'm like, okay. The real life Dina. I know that was like shade to Diana Ross. I feel like that movie was kind of trying to throw shade at Diana Ross a little bit and very Gordy, but I can see that being Beyonce's life a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. Was that what Beyonce meant in that song? Because I kind of felt like that's what she meant, but I don't know if that's what she meant or she's talking about his head. Never mind. Oh, he trains. Oh, okay. That makes sense. But yeah, I saw some video of him whooping ass. Why does she stay? They have a brand together. I mean, that's not enough to stay because, basketball players' wives, well, they're not, their brand is not a joint thing. But it's kind of like they have a brand together. Like Beyonce and Jay-Z is like the man, like, oh, those are the top, that's who I want to be like type of partnership. So they have a brand together. So if anything, I feel like that might be one of the reasons why she wouldn't leave him. I know the movie was a remake. I know it was a play, but I mean, like, it seems like Dreamgirls, just the story itself, seemed like it was kind of trying to talk about Motown a little bit. He said their life boring. Their life seems boring. Well, that's what I would want. Wouldn't you want to marry your best friend? Not like your homegirl best friend or homeboy like that, but like the guy that's your best friend. Like you guys can laugh. Like that's the biggest thing for me. If I don't laugh with you and I don't like you, I'm not going to marry you. Because it can't just be, oh, he's fine. It can never be that for me. But you got to be funny, and I have to be able to be my goofy self with you and be able to stand you. Because if not, I can't marry your ass. Being cute and having a nice, that you know what to do with it is not enough for me. You know what I mean? Yeah, I feel bad. I don't know. Money's not everything, but I'm sure there's people out there who are rich and are low key. I feel like some people don't know how to handle money. Some people don't know how to handle fame. They don't know how to take it and invest in something. I don't know how easy it is. I can't say. I don't know what their contracts are. I don't know what it is. But let's just say I had money. I would be low key somewhere. I'm not gonna be out here in no Ferraris up shopping all damn day. I would be eating. Maybe I would even grow my own garden or something. But I wouldn't. I'd be so low key. I don't know. Yeah. What are the best seasons to get married? Everybody loves to get married in the winter time or the summertime. But I just something about fall weddings are so like beautiful to me. Like the weather and it smells good. But people usually get married in the summertime, like spring and summer. Yeah, fall I love. Yeah, I think that would be so pretty. Like just the setting. They're collectors. What do you mean, bone collectors? It's fine. Oh, congratulations to your sister. I love themes. I went to one wedding when I was little. I went to two weddings in my whole life. And I went to one wedding reception after. And two of them were, I went with my friend. She's Mexican. And it was like a Mexican style wedding. But it was cool because, of course, I love the food. And it was pretty. One of them was in the winter time. And the setting was like kind of ice-like. It was pretty. So I would do something like that. Probably not Iceland theme, but as far as like a fall wedding goes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, they're collectors. Oh, they need help. I'm a hoarder. So maybe that would happen to me. Like I have an obsession with certain stuff. Like say, like colored wigs. If I had money, I'd be like buying expensive ass colored wigs and walk around my house like Little Kim with robes and shit. Gucci. Just playing, no. Um, Cards. I love cards. So I would probably be a hoarder of like every card deck in the universe. It'd be like on a shelf. I don't know. Yeah, it runs in my family too. My grandma's like a hoarder, like, but she, old people keep stuff that we probably wouldn't keep, like old pictures and stuff. Like, where'd you find this? Oh, I found this. My grandma still has my silhouette. I don't know if you guys in kindergarten ever had a silhouette picture where you trace out your silhouette. My grandma still has mine from kindergarten. I don't know how she kept it all these years. She still has it. I think she had my aunt's. My aunt, she was going to school in the 60s and she had hers. That's because she kept it. That's what old people do. So hoarding's not always a bad thing, but she kept my silhouette. OCD. Macaroni drawing. Nah. I remember the macaroni things. You guys remember the turkey fingers? Where you make a turkey out of your hand? They're bad hoarders. That show, The Hoarders, is so nasty to me. It makes me itch, makes my skin crawl watching that show. Like, I've seen some nasty stuff on that show. Well, Daisy, I need you to clean my room. Because I just cleaned off my whole little table over there, but it has all this jewelry and shit on it. And I'm just like, when I take my stuff off, I take it off. And I need to do better. So, I need to do better at organization. Otherwise, like, my desk is organized. Got all my little crystals and things. Yeah. Aw, that sounds fun. Arts and crafts with kids. I just don't have the patience. Not crystal, man. Okay, I'm getting off, you guys. I've been on here too long. Way more. We went past the whole Q&A. So whoever stuck around, much love to you. You're a real one, because I think I talked way too much. But I hope you guys took something helpful out of this Q&A and talking with each other and my... But alright, much love to you guys. I will see you guys soon. No, I went to a paint and sip class. Well, this was a paint and sip, which was a disaster, paint and sip. So I kind of winged this one. This one was a concept. They're all concepts, but yeah. Much love. I'll see you guys for happy hour. Yes, take care.